Hello boys, my name is Yoshi, and welcome back to Pokemon Shining Pearl's bonus content. Turns out I learned a couple of devious secrets with this game that I didn't know about before in a couple of other setups. And one of those secrets apparently includes the following setup. Yes, I had to visit the Power Tower and do other stuff, but I didn't have to do the Battle Tower at all. After doing a little bit of research, turns out the entire keys E is in a hidden setup in what is known as getting the National Dex. For those of you who haven't played the original game, the next thing you're supposed to do after finishing the game is to get the National Dex. Now, to get that, however, we can't just get through a couple of other setups. We have to do an individual encounter with every single Pokemon, and I mean every single Pokemon in the game, with no skips allowed. And let's be honest, I did not expect this, and as a result, it's probably not going to be the best setup right off the bat, but I don't really have much else to do. I am kind of stuck until I get other things, so for this video, we're kind of just gonna chill and try to find every single individual Pokemon in the game. Now, we already have a lot of them, however, there are some we are missing. So we need to find these by basically going through and looking at other stuff. Since I can't really see other stuff, I'm probably just gonna have to go to different areas and find out where they are from there. Most of them are probably going to be from double battles I haven't done yet, or certain other things I haven't done. Also, because I am trying to use other stuff and a couple of other things, I may as well give Palkia something that isn't too terrible. I have some other TMs, right? I'm gonna give him a Surf TM. Let's see if he actually has Thunderbolt. He can learn it. Okay, I'm gonna give that straight to Palkia here. And of course, Mew can learn pretty much any HM in the game. So we're gonna swap out his weak slash move for Thunderbolt. His Dragon move will probably swap out for... No, wait, that's Spatial End. We want to keep that. That's a very powerful move in its own self. But I am looking for Surf. Surf. I need that for other stuff. Here it is. We're gonna give that to, Palkia, replacing weak Aqua Lane with an actually good move, so that way he can also use the same move too. And we're gonna give him, I don't know what else to give him, except probably just become the holder of the Mystic Water, and this will be my double team. It'll be pretty fast too. I guess if I wanted to, I could also bring Pelipper back into this, but Pelipper's not strong enough yet. I will wait a bit. But yeah, I'm gonna set that up, and I'm actually gonna go back and encounter some trainers that I didn't do before. One place I feel like is gonna really have Pokemon is Pastoria City's area that had like multiple trainers in it. So I'm gonna start by doing trainer battles there, and then go around and I guess just go for the trainers I straight up missed, because every individual Pokemon in the area, whatever, has a trainer for something. You just have to find it. It may be a bit difficult to find it first, but you can find it, even if it takes a really long time to do so. So, for that reason and that reason only, this part is probably not going to be like other parts. I'm just gonna go around each individual route, fighting the trainers that I did not face before, as well as any other secret ones I happen to not encounter, and yeah, from there I'll kind of just do other stuff. So here's our double battle area. So anyways, we have double battles. So anyways, if we talk to these characters, each of them will be double battles. Yeah. Oh my goodness, double rest Pokemon? That's a bit annoying. That's fine, we have a thing to counter this. We'll just use Thunderbolt on it instead. I may as well show off some other things while I'm doing this, but yes, I have to counter every single Pokemon in Sinnoh, and I cannot do that without doing other stuff, so the simplest way of doing that is to go back and find the trainer battles that I have not done yet. Alright. I could just do this on him. Alright. Well, since they're only level 23, that's not that bad, I guess. Again, I'm technically in the end game, so I can do whatever I want. So if I have to do double battles, may as well do that. Alright, time for another double battle. So we're gonna go through and just do all of these one by one. If we can, we'll try and surf them all down. Because of this cool strategy, that means this is the first and probably only time in a while that we will see Palkia in battle, at least. I'll just go for Thunderbolt and something else so that Surf doesn't hurt our opponent, our friend here. Oh, classic. Somehow I knew it. They both have Sturdy somehow. That is super annoying. That means we did need to use it twice. Of course, how was I supposed to know that? I guess we should have used Surfed with him. I did not think about that. I should have thought about that a bit more. I knew some of them may have Sturdy, but they never actually had it for a while. Guess we're just gonna use Surf then. Oh, here we go. Even with resistance, supposedly quad resistance, yeah, takes a lot of damage because he's under level compared to my partner. I need to have him catch up with some grinding of his own when we get a chance. By the way, I just noticed they do have the Lucky Egg back. So when I can get a hold of that, that would be cool. I guess I'll just start using healing items if I get a chance to. Right. Okay. Make sure that thing dies. Nice, our own Pokemon evaded the attack, which is nice. goodness, we have a fairy collector now. Oh, it has no effect because it's normal type. Okay, I'm gonna just do this. Alright. You're too much. I'm too much, apparently. Okay, I don't see any new ones except maybe the other one that I saw was one, but otherwise, not anything new so far. Yeah, the Chop Bidoof, more or less the same as before. If they're late in the game, that means I may have to like face stuff from like surfing encounters or something else altogether. I don't know. It's kind of awkward. I will look up more on how we should do that as we go through it. Okay, neither of these guys have sturdy, so I could just do the same thing that I was gonna do before. To be fair, we need to take out some trainer battles anyway, so we may as well look for how we could potentially get the other different Pokemon. Oh, Mew itself went Baton Pass. That could be really good if I use him. I could just use her and to stack up stat moves and then give them to Apollyon. Because in this game, if you Baton Pass to someone, and you've gotten stat boost on it, the stat boost then get transferred to one Pokemon, meaning to defeat the champion, normally there's a strat where I could just set up stuff. It technically would work if it wasn't for the Soul Challenge, but I could have to set up a bunch of stat boost and then give them all to Empoleon so I could just destroy the team. And of course, to do that without regular stuff, I'd first have to Calm Mind like 3 times, since that Calm Mind or Nasty Plot. Yeah, I would have to Nasty Plot to raise my special attack high enough, and use something like Agility to raise my speed, and then I would have to use those each 3 times. Alright. Oh, these are water typers. I guess we're not using surf at all between either of them. It's just fine. It gives Palkia a chance to shine with his battle. And I'll use Flash Cannon on whoever else comes up. Because these are only level 23, they won't pose a problem at all. And yes, I'm doing these just to figure out if I've missed any Pokemon or not. Thankfully, you'll get automatic content opened up for some of the other stuff. Alright. Since I don't know what to do stuff. Alright. And I'm skipping a text because I don't really need to see it. Oh wait, I just realized there is one I can't get anywhere else. Briello, which I actually have one of those eggs already there in a couple of other stuff. I know. While I wait for something, I'm going to just move around until the egg hatches and see if I can look at other stuff. Oh, right, here it is. Sinnoh Pokedex. This is what I want to look at. This is how I'm going to find out what to go. Alright. Pokedex. No question marks in the first few. That means we actually already have a lot of the other Pokemon. We're just missing a few of them, like 102 and other stuff. Okay, I found the Clovis. Okay, I found the setup, and this is Chatot. Trade their Chatot for a Buizel. Okay, so I have to get Buizel first, which I know where he is. I'll go ahead and get a Buizel, add that to my party, and then use that to do the trade here. And while I do that, I'm going to try and hatch my eggs, because one of them is a Riolu egg. It takes a long time to hatch, but it will become a Riolu, and I need it for, of course, the special setup. Oh, I like how it shows that we're supposed to go through here. By the way, I've not completed the Pokedex, so I wouldn't want to go back and do stuff yet. So I need to make sure my Pokedex is actually complete. Alright. Alright, so if we go... Oh, here it is, for Almontown. I was about to say, if I like forgot what to do. Alright. So this is where I have to go. We're doing the easier version instead of just encountering Chatot normally. Because I know for a fact Buizel spawns here, but there's also Elvis as well, so that can get in the way a little bit as well. If I was doing a regular 100% run, I would have probably gone for more Pokemon over time, but since I'm not doing that, I'm just trying to get access to all of them. Alright, what else? I'll look for stuff that I don't have yet. Alright. There's Unknown is one of them. Munchlax and Snorlax are technically one of them, but I already encountered that. So it's Unknown and Riolu that I'm missing. Unknown's also pretty easy to encounter. I will just catch it normally though and just go over there. And that'll be it for that. I should figure out where... I should just figure out where the target Pokemon I'm looking for is in each area once I've encountered it once. So yeah. And in case you're wondering, yes, I'm doing the National Dex Hunt now just because I need to encounter stuff. I'm gonna sort by, this. So we can get to it a bit quicker. Oh, it is also technically in here, so again, I'm just getting unlucky. It should be easy to find. There's a Pachirisu. I could easily catch lots of these, but I don't want to go on a catching hunt just yet. If I need something that really requires a lot of catching, I can just do it off screen, because my part of this playthrough was not to go for 100% run right away. Here's a Blazel, finally. I'll catch this and trade it to the... and then we'll head to Solaceon Town to get Unknown, and the Riolu catchings to give us another one. And we're gonna, of course, use a quick ball on this. It's a good thing I have this. This make at least some of the easier catches better. But if we get unlucky, it could take a while. Thankfully, that worked out perfectly. Alright. And there we go. That was like 4 experience between the two. Oh, wait. I did not want to send it to a box, but that's fine. I want to keep the eggs at least for a little bit anyway. Alright, Turner City is right up here, thankfully. Oh, and another one is Spiritomb, which we haven't even encountered at all either. That's one we already got, though, from Cynthia. Spiritomb's normally a pretty tough one to encounter. Oh yeah, here's where we go. Alright. Bag. No, not bag. Boxes. Search shit for this. Oh wait, you could just trade it from here. That's one thing they changed. I always forget about this, but you don't have to have the Pokemon in the party all the time. Instead, you can just have it anywhere you want, and that will work for a trade. That's a new thing they changed for Sword and Shield and other new games as well. It's one of the biggest changes, like being able to do it just from the box makes it so much easier, so less stressful, because in the original game, you have to have it in your party. So, we say goodbye to our Blazel and hello to, Chatot. To be fair, Chatot is really rare. He's kind of tricky to get. So I'm glad that I got it. And he calls it Chirap for some reason. It's really cute. And now we have that added to our Pokedex. Okay, now we're gonna catch Unknown in Solaceon Town before hopefully getting our egg to hatch. Unfortunately, egg hatches can't really be sped up. They are simply based on how many steps you have taken up to beginning the game, or at least from the start of getting certain things. Now, if we were doing this game as a full 100% to at least complete the Sinnoh, we would use this a lot with a Pokemon called Ditto, because we need that in order to hatch it with certain other Pokemon to then get other rarer Pokemon. Now, thankfully, in this game, it has something really unique called the Trophy Garden, where you can actually encounter some of the baby Pokemon despite not actually being able to attain them normally. They used to be where basically you have to hatch them for eggs. But yes, into the ruins we go. Okay. I might not need to catch Unknown. If this Rune Maniac is in here with the right setup, he might have an Unknown of his own. Who knows? This is a completely whole area that I completely missed, by the way. I actually didn't know that I had Shiners. In the original game, this was nothing but a place to find unknown, and I mean it. Unknown were initially added in Generation 2 and then added in other games throughout the series. They were brought back initially in this game, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. So, no surprise there. Unfortunately, you can't necessarily encounter all of the unknown right away. In fact... Oh, I always forget I have the choice specs on. Whoops. I should actually take that off for these fights, but whatever. This is what it is, I guess. Oh, I can switch? They're super weak. Let's use Mew instead. Just a tiny bit. Again, I don't care who I use, so I am just kind of doing this to, like, balance it out, I guess, a bit. Now I think of it, that wouldn't be a good idea. I'll just switch to you instead. Right? To Palkia. Palkia's probably the one I should have switched to, but oh well. I could have just stayed as well, but whatever. I did that to have fun because they're pretty underleveled as it is. Compared to my Pokemon, at least. Alright. I didn't know this guy even existed, by the way. He's kind of really sneaky hiding down here in his little hole, but yeah, it is what it is. Search must continue, according to him. Because of all the area switches, I don't know if there's gonna be another... Oh, and finally. Now we get an unknown. We finally got an unknown to appear. That took a really long time to get. Good. Don't have to deal with that breaking out. Alright. We can use an escape rope to get out of here, finally. Well, it still leaves the problem of the two eggs. One of which is probably a Togepi, the other which is probably a Riolu. Bit annoying that we can't hatch them any faster. And yes, I found out that, yeah, it's the end of the game. I probably should have gotten the National Dex sooner, but the game kind of forced me somewhere else. I had a concern that I might be able to go for it, but it's like, I guess the National Dex is required, which is a bit annoying. Okay, what else am I missing in here? So we now have unknown. Oh, there's a huge list of them down here. I think these are probably the legendaries or something. Oh yeah, that's right! We still haven't encountered the others. Okay. Okay, so... Whatever. Okay, I was checking some of the other stuff, and it turns out the legendaries are one of the ones, which I should have realized that a bit sooner, but then again, yeah, I should know that there's 2 legendaries that roam around. Unfortunately, that means I'll technically have to catch them, which means I would have to normally go through that. That being said, I don't necessarily have to catch them or show other stuff. Instead, I can do other stuff instead. So, after you finish Spear Pillar, if you go back to Cynthia's grandmother house or whatever it is, you can talk to this lady. He found a book. It'll tell you that he found a book, and it'll show you a picture of a different Pokemon. If you then go into that area, you'll see that Dialga has now been added to the Pokedex. As for the other 3, those are simply the like legendaries we did not get at the beginning of the game. To encounter them, we have to go back to the 3 lakes a second straight time. But, as we do so, we need to encounter different Pokemon. By the way, when we try to encounter one of them will actually fly away and become a roaming Pokemon. The other 2 will fight us. As for what we're going to do, we're not going to necessarily go for a direct catch on them. Instead, we're going to use Equip Ball and see if that works. If that doesn't work, then we're going to go into other stuff. So, remember these caves that we went into, or may have gone into, maybe not have? After beating the Spear Pillar, pretty much right after that, you can encounter with the legendaries Mesprit, Azelf, and Uxie in the game. We're not going to show catching for either of them right now, but we might do it later. However, we do still need to encounter them in order to do the other stuff. The only way we can do that is in the different cadrants. So we first have to talk to Mesprit, which causes the icon to be shown as Mesprit flew off somewhere. That was Mesprit, was it? You've accomplished what I asked you to do at the Kali. I asked you to get data on the Pokemon Lake, and you did. Provide any answers about the mysterious island. I still don't know why some Pokemon evolve and others don't. Ultimately, you don't only depend on the mystery, but we have mysteries to solve. This adds to my enjoyment. Hoshi, why don't you chase after Mesprit? It seemed as if it wanted to play through. If you were to use the marking app on your Pokedex, you'd be able to track the movements of its Pokemon. You don't have the marking app? He tells you to go to the Pokedex app company, which, by the way, we could do that since we haven't gone there in a while. By the way, these bonus episodes may seem a bit boring at first because it's like most of the game is going to be me just trying to figure out what to do, but now that we know what to do, we're just going to go and encounter all the different Pokemon. And to do that, we have to do actual encounters with 2 of them. If we run away, similar to other battles, we can encounter them later by going back and doing a elite fight with the champion. That I probably will be doing as well, probably solo, but I don't want to do it right away. I'll probably have to first grind to level 100, and that will probably be done with items in battle, but we'll try at first to do it without items. We'll see, though. It really depends on what I can do and what I cannot do, but I won't do it ultimately until after I finish other stuff. And yes, because I do want 100 Pokemon, I will probably go for Empoleon to get special stuff so that maybe we can undergo Hyper Training with it. Because Hyper Training is also something that's completely new. Any Pokemon that reaches 100 in this game can now also learn extra moves on top of that. And I want it to become stronger for the Elite Four, so part 2, so I feel like that'd be a good idea. Alright, the QD Cavern, unlike the others, we have to actually battle this Pokemon. We don't really have a good strategy for either of these, so we have no choice but to basically do the closest thing I have to a regular strategy, which is to quick ball them and hope it works, and nothing else. Now, there is a small advantage we can take into place. Because these are one of 2 cave Pokemon, they technically get boosted by Dust Balls, meaning we can use Dust Balls, arguably the best balls in the game, to catch them. But I don't have time for that. So since we have to encounter at least one of them each time, we will battle them when they fail to get caught like that. And then the only way to get them back is to redo other stuff. My apologies if anybody thought I would try and catch them, but I just have to feel how to do other stuff. Now, in order to get any of the Pokemon back that are legendaries that you did not catch, you first have to do a refight of what's known as the Elite Four Round 2. Only after doing that can you then actually play the aim in the way you want to. Alright. Not a lot we can do, unfortunately. It's nice to see that this place isn't blown up by a galactic bomb anymore, because when it did, that kind of made me a little bit sad. Still have not gotten enough steps for Riola to hatch, unfortunately. So, on to Azelf next. This music before facing him, by the way, is really cool. I like it. When we actually have to battle these, we'll probably use something a little bit different. We'll probably have a catching Pokemon, of course, with like Sleep, and Pokemon with False Swipe, of course. Because otherwise, we don't know what to do, and I kind of just skipped the catch anyway. Oh well. That's fine. Again, we only need the Pokedex entry of these guys. Unfortunately, we can't do it without fighting them, so yeah, we're gonna kind of just drop into them and then just take them out. I think this makes it the only time that we intentionally took them out, but thankfully we don't take all of them out. Mesprit survives and basically goes off somewhere else, and he essentially becomes the roaming Pokemon for this game. So if you wanna get her, you can do some different stuff. Now, as Mesprit is a roaming Pokemon, it'll automatically run away, meaning you need a Pokemon with Mean Look to keep it from doing that. Now, this game is still far from over. We still have to do a lot of the endgame content along with other stuff. And we may as well talk to other stuff. And so here we're gonna get the new apps. Most of these are gotten by doing other stuff. Alright. So yeah. Until we get the national decks, we can't actually do anything else. Alright, now we're just missing it in Riolo, and we can't get that without running around, so we have no choice but to just do biking around for a little bit. It's got to be somewhat close, right? I guess to make it not boring while we do this, while we have the Pokemon eggs in our stuff, which, yes, we definitely still have the eggs. We're gonna also use that time to run back to Professor Oak so that we can give him the Pokedex vein. Oh wait, what am I doing? I did not want to do that. Professor Oak is up here. I just missed him for some reason. Alright. Alright. Couldn't really set anything out there, but whatever. It is what it is, I guess. Oh gosh, of course two of them have to show up at once. That's an often thing that happens. After you get one in this game, it seems like they really like just sending another your way right away. Which makes this a failure, but there's not a lot we can do. If we could just get out of there, like, so annoying. Okay, I'm not going to talk to them until I have the eggs, so because this is boring, I'm actually gonna pause for a minute and I'll come back when the eggs are hatched. Until then, I'll be kind of just cycling around like this. About 5 minutes of running later, we finally got a freaking egg hatch. My goodness, I thought this would never happen. Now we find out whether it's the Togepi or the Riolu. One of them. Oh, thank goodness. Don't have to do anything else. Riolu finally hatched from the egg. That certainly took him a while. Alright. With this, we have finally officially completed the Pokedex, and we can go straight to our Professor to turn that in. So here we go. Awesome, you've seen every kind of Pokemon Sinnoh. Have you shown this Pokedex to Professor Rowan yet? Okay, time to go. You've come and you show with us. I've recorded all the Pokemon of Sinnoh in your Pokedex. This will help me immeasurably with my studies on Pokemon evolution. And Oak comes in. Greetings, Professor Owen. It's been a very long time. I tell you, Sinnoh is certainly a long trip from Kanto. Unless if it means meeting new Pokemon, then there's no distance too great for the likes of us to travel. Well, if it isn't my old colleague, Professor Oak, I should have expected as much from the world's authority on Pokemon. We always used to joke, where there are Pokemon, you'll find Oak. It's good to see that hasn't changed one bit. Professor Oak, let me introduce you to my young assistant. This youngster has filled every page of the Sinnoh Pokedex for me. Very glad to meet you. As you heard, my name is Oak. I've been hearing a great deal about you from Professor Rowan lately. He's been exuberant and praise about a fantastic young trader. I see that you live up to know that you've surpassed his praise. You've also got an impeccable sense of timing. I have an errand to run for Professor Rowan on my visit here. He asked me to bring the data from the National Pokedex. So here, let me upgrade Pokedex with the National mode. After all, there are many kinds of Pokemon in this world of ours. And there we go. Finally got that. I'm afraid it won't be easy to complete the National Pokedex, however, I'll sure you'll make an honest attempt on her behalf. Have no fear, Yoshi will get the job done. Professor Oak, what compelled you to visit this region? Ah, yes, I heard that Ramesses Park is now open. If I remember correctly, it's at the end of Route 221. Park has a special system that attracts every imaginable kind of Pokemon for every region. I've come to make system is operating properly. Yoshi, you should make an effort to visit Ramesses Park too. Oops, I'll be late for my meeting if I don't get any. It was a pleasure seeing the both of you. Bye now. Off he goes, as busy as ever. Now, Yoshi, I have a gift for you as your reward for completing the Sinnoh Pokedex. The Pokemon Radar! Now we can find shiny Pokemon easier. Use this, and it'll indicate grass patches where Pokemon are lurking. I prepared that to help my field assistants together I prepared that to help my field assistants put together the Sinnoh Pokedex, but you took care of that. Sure, it'll be useful for your goal of filling the National Pokedex. Ooh. Nice. And what in the world? Lark, what are you doing here? Hi there, it's been a while. When I heard that you've defeated the Elite Four and entered the Hall of Fame, I rushed straight here to congratulate you. I mean, great job. All the other gym leaders are really happy for you too, but you know, we gym leaders aren't going to take this line down. Listening to you was rough on all of us, yet you still have our pride as Sinnoh's 8 gym leaders. Now we're all determined to beat you this time. Don't mind, could you give us all another chance with a Pokemon battle? We'll each be waiting at you out of your own gyms. You know where to find me, or Bro's gym. Which introduces one of the newest parts of the game, so now we can do battles with the gym leaders a second time to do other stuff. We'll be showing each of those as their own individual video, but that will not be done until after I complete the National Dex. So that is something that I need to show. And now it says there's not a lot we can, so it just says try eventuate all over Sinnoh region, meaning we've already gotten all the stuff that we have to get. But I know where to go, so we're gonna go to Ramesses Park, which we kind of remember from one of the spots anyways. We're gonna buy Max Repels so we don't get into too many encounters, because I want to still get to the different areas as fast as possible, and that means repelling encounters at least until I finish the main part of the game. As for the actual stuff, I might train Riolu later, so I don't want to train it necessarily. I'm gonna put it in here instead. Replace it with the Pokemon I wanted to put in, which is actually not that, but Manphy. This is just so I could see what different moves they learn. Will that I actually give them anything? Maybe not, but I just wanted to do that to have an interesting team, I guess. As for Togepi, I'm not so sure. I might keep that in my party for a while. But beyond that... Ooh. Good thing I figured out about Desau, otherwise I may have forgotten to use the item known as the Max Repel. At least I'm pretty sure there's one here. We should sort these. Okay, well, I found it finally. I'm gonna sort these particular ones. This makes it a little bit easier to get some of them. In fact, I think I like that I did this because this put Max Repels on the top of the list by default, which really helps me out a lot. Alright, now we're gonna go to Ramesses Park. And then after that, there's not a lot we can do otherwise. Which means we finally get to start the endgame part that I mentioned. And yeah, I guess I did realize you probably needed to get the National Dex anyways. It's not something that I usually go for, though. In the original game, did I do that? Of course I did. Did I? In the newer games? Of course I did. But here, I don't know. I kind of forgot about it. But anyways, we're coming here. Yoshi, this is Ramesses Park. This place has a special connection with regions around the world, such as Kanto and Hoenn. It's also connected to the Grand Hound. Exploring down there might reveal new treasures. New discoveries lead to some interesting encounters. Remember that. It's good to see you've come to join us for a visit. Let me make a gift of this chain counter for your Pokedex. Ooh, this is new. Streetcutter at Traps, Pokemon Radar Performance. I plan to be in Turner City for some time. Being here, I should make the best of my time studying the Pokemon and Civil Legion. Alright. So we can get Mysterious Shards here, as well as this is another store for doing stuff, and funnily enough, it has some of the better balls in the game. Since we don't have a lot, we're gonna start buying some. First, buying this. And 20 more of these. And I guess I could just buy like a 50 or so of the Master Balls. Since I no longer need healing items, I should buy those instead. I feel like we should have had them from the beginning. So why not? Just buy 90 of them. Break it. And 9 Premier Balls on the house. And now we can actually go into the actual area itself. Oh, and that guy will give us something if I go into the different spots. Alright. But yes, so this is essentially this game's version of the regional differences Pokemon, meaning you can catch other Pokemon from other regions in here if you wish. And that is something that I actually do want to give a chance. So, into Ramesses Park we go, which has lots of secret stuff. So there's multiple areas you can visit in this area. But more importantly, I may as well show other stuff that's here. Currently, there are no trainers here, but if we go in the caves, we should maybe encounter something. Perhaps. Perhaps not. Kanto's room, huh? Oh, I see here. So this is where you encounter the legends. Legends of different regions. They're all labeled because of their own setups. Genome room? That looks weird. This is definitely something different. I guess we're exploring this a bit. Oh, it's another slate. There's not really a genome region in here. Okay, so each of these caves, as you can see, they are designed for the legendary Pokemon. If you, use a specific slate on it, you can use that to encounter legendary Pokemon for other regions. Unfortunately, it's not necessarily somewhere where trainers gather, though. But it's good to know that this is here. Unfortunately, we can only find those in the Grand Underground. As sad as it is. Now that we visited this, does mean we're gonna be able to fly here? Yep, we can. Good. So now we don't have to go to that again. And I think that's about it. The main reason why we did a lot of this was to complete the national decks, but we didn't really get a chance to do that because of other stuff. But now we can finally go into the end game. I'm glad I since I am no longer, since this is not really a blind playthrough, nor did I mention it was. At first it was, but now it isn't. I am definitely gonna try and make sure that I can get all the stuff done in this game that I can. Alright. Ooh! And we have a Super Rod as well. That's nice. What's this place again? Oh, right. That's the... This is the endgame training area. Now I remember. Because I completely forgot about that the last time, huh? Okay, well... As sad as it is, we can't, we don't have enough time to do anything else, so we're just gonna save here. Leave a like, enjoy, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video where we actually try to finish the entirety of Battlezone and do stuff. Until then, see you guys in the next video. Leave a like, enjoy, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.